Oh, yes. In the paddock F1 Green the Cheese. Stop off for the finale in Abu Dhabi. Take that fantasy ride to that fantasy island of Greentopia, where the beer flows like wine, the wine flows like beer, and that cannabis boys and girls that grows as far as the eyes can see. Look at it out there. Green and lucky. Take a little whiff. Oh, it's the quick stop. I hate the quick stops, man. It's too much of a fun place. But that air smells fantastic. Some madness going on at the casino with our preseason bets. We'll get into that.
Madness. Absolute madness.
But a quick little in the news as well, because there was some big news after Teresa Cutter. But that has to deal with Red Bull, Michael.
It definitely has to do with Red Bull. Humongous news. First of all, thank you everyone for tuning in, for listening. Hit that subscribe button. We really, really, really appreciate everyone who has already subscribed. Keep subscribing. We're going to put content out every single week, all off season. We might take a week off, but we're going to be here all off season for you guys. So when the final checkered flag is dropped on Sunday, that is not the end of the Greenie and the Cheese and the Indy Paddock F1 season. We're going to continue on all the way through. And thank you all for listening and watching, and those who commented and all that. We cannot do it without you. So this might cost us a little bit of money to set up, but it costs you absolutely nothing to hit that subscribe button. If you like what you see and you enjoy our content and you want to see more, hit that up. But we have humongous news. I guess we teased it a lot, this year, but tremendous news as Isack Hadjar is declared the second driver for Red Bull in the dreaded second seat, the maybe cursed second seat. Over the last 12 months, we've had 3 drivers in that seat, right? Over the last 12 months, if you look back from 1 year ago today, we've had once upon a time a guy named Checo Perez, now goes by Sergio. We have, we had Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda, and now we're going to have a 4th driver in, I guess, 12 months. I guess we have a 4th second seat in Red Bull driver. First of all, is this the right move? It seems to be based on his numbers and based on his stats, and just he earned it. And this is like an earning promotion. It's interesting because we don't always see an earned promotion in this league. Sometimes we feel like he really deserves it. You can go back to George Russell a few years ago, and he eventually made it to Mercedes, but maybe lost a year or two of his youth getting in there. A little shuffling going on, and we'll see it again. But Isack Hadjar is going straight to the top, to a Red Bull seat. Seems well deserved. He's going to join potentially the 5-time champion. We'll see in a couple days. In Max Verstappen. And how are we feeling, man? I mean, is this a huge move? Is this expected? Is this just going to be? Are we going to see another 2 to 3 drivers in this second seat when we're sitting here this time next year?
I hope not. I hope not for Hadjar's sake. I mean, it was the logical move, staying in-house, promotion. I mean, he was super impressive this season, let's just be honest. Yuki wasn't keeping that seat, or possibly going to be in the sport. He's going to be the reserve driver, so that's a serious demotion. You knew they probably weren't going to go with Lawson again, even though he's performed well since he went back to Racing Bulls. I don't think they were going to put that pressure back on him.
That's why they screwed it up the whole time.
No, that's too much pressure.
That's why they screwed it up.
So,
even if Lawson was the better driver, you couldn't go back to him. If he had a better fall, which Isack Hadjar did have a better fall, but Liam Lawson showed up over the last, I would say, 5-6 races. Liam Lawson showed up. I had a lot of faith in Liam Lawson going into the season. Obviously, I was dead wrong with that with Red Bull, but he finished the season strong, and there would be a very different argument made if Yuki started the season as he should have in the second Red Bull seat and then lost his job between Hadjar and Liam Lawson right now. much bigger discussion.
I mean, yeah, but
it's the
it was the logical decision. It was the logical decision. I mean, they also, we got who they're promoting up to team with Lawson here, Arvid Lindblom. So, I mean,
say that name 5 times.
Yeah. So, that was logical too. That's not happening.
That's not happening.
I'm not doing that. I mean, that was also the logical decision there too. They've been, that was he's been talked about to be getting that second. Racing we'll see probably. So, pretty much all season that he's probably going to get it the next season. So we'll see. I mean, Yuki could be in a Racing Bulls next season, or he's the reserve driver for both teams, so he could go there if somebody stumbles somewhere.
It stumbles, injury, he could, a lot of things that happen. Plus, remember, he has a great relationship with Honda. Maybe that relationship will change, but he really has a very close relationship with the team at Honda itself. So, Yuki's just an interesting name, and we'll see what happens with the second.
I mean, is the curse going to continue? Is the curse going to continue with the second seat being Max's teammate?
We will find out for sure. All right,
I'm curious to see.
Only time will tell. We're talking about next season, but obviously we had to get to this story before. But really, the purpose of this episode, Isack Hadjar aside, is the extremely tight race in Greenybucks. And it is, first of all, we started the season with 5,000 Greenybucks in our gambling segment. Obviously, we don't use real money, so we use Greenybucks. We get 5,000 Greenybucks to start every year, and then we added an additional 500 bonus Greenybucks that we got sprinkled from the sky to make some preseason bets. We had 3 categories preseason. We used the Las Vegas lines for preseason betting, and that came out to the driver, the team, and the fastest pit stop. All right, so we made 8 bets. Right, 2 of them are dead. 2 of them are dead in the water. 1 of them is a winner. All right? 1 of them is a winner. 5 of those 8 bets are still alive going into this weekend. And you don't know which bets they are. You could have easily went back into the Apple or Spotify, into your iTunes and gone back and listened, but you didn't either, okay? Episode 134, if anyone wants to review. We also had a segment in there as well as for some ridiculous bets or some out on the limb bets. None of them hit. I guess the biggest out of the box win of the year before we get into our wins would be that Carlos Sainz, more podiums than Lewis Hamilton this year. A bet that I did not make. No one saw that coming, as since Sainz just put up a second, Lewis Hamilton cannot catch up. But let's get into the meat of it. We picked, who do you think, Cheese? You picked 2 drivers preseason to win. You made 5 bets of 100 Greenybucks each. I made 3 bets, one of 250, one of 150, and one of 100. All right. I made 1 bet on winner for the season. You made 2 bets on winners for the season. Can you guess who you bet on 100 Greenybucks each, Cheese, to win the Drivers' Championship for 2025?
Probably Max.
Max is correct.
I'm going to guess.
It's easy if you think about it.
I have no idea this.
It was plus 600. And this person was 4th preseason to win the World Drivers' Championship was fourth. Lewis Hamilton at plus 600 was fourth in the Vegas preseason. Plus 600, though. That is a juicy number, though. That's a juicy number. All right, I bet on Max. I put 250. I put half my stack on Max plus 300. So that is still alive. Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Now we go to the Constructors' Championship. I picked 2. You picked 1 in the Constructors. You want to continue your theme and tell me who you picked for the Constructors, who were also number 2.
Ferrari, probably, didn't I?
Number 2 at plus 125 to win the Constructors' Championship.
Oh, my God.
I want to go see your doctor this winter because I don't know. You were wrong. You're making these picks in March, but you were heavy on the Ferrari. I was
drinking the Kool-Aid again.
All right.
Because I was drinking the Kool-Aid. That's why. I was drinking the Kool-Aid that the car was great. Yeah. Shame on me.
I'm sorry. So that's actually 2. So we only have 4 bets alive. I apologize. 4 bets, not 5. All right. I took Red Bull to win the Drivers' Championship. So, a little crazy as well. Plus 500. So that is a big number. That was my biggest plus line of my bets, was Red Bull to win the championship. Really, Max single-handedly beat Ferrari. So if Red Bull driver number 2 showed anything this year, I would have had a chance at plus 500, plus 125 for Ferrari to win the World Drivers' Championship. Listen, Vegas wasn't too far behind you.
This was dead wrong.
Vegas wasn't too far behind you, so they were dead wrong too at plus 125. Yeah. They really should have been plus like 800 to win, looking back. And then you had my only winner. The only winner on the board is I took McLaren plus 100 with 100 Greenybucks to win the World Drivers' Championship. So I have 200 bonus Greenybucks, and I am out of bets now. So that leaves 2 bets left, and they're both yours, Cheese. And it is both for fastest pit stop, which could go down to the wire. So you pick 2 teams with the fastest pit stop. Any idea who the teams you picked?
No. I have no idea.
You picked Red Bull plus 110 for the fastest pit stop. I believe they were the favorites preseason. And you picked Ferrari.
Of course I did. Drinking that Kool-Aid. Drinking that red Kool-Aid. Drinking that red Kool-Aid.
But plus 750. There is a chance, Cheese, that Ferrari could get the fastest pit stop. The sub 1.9 pit stop, which we have not had this year. We talked about it all preseason. Was this the year for a 1.8 second pit stop? We have not had the 1.8. We have, I think, 1.91 has been the fastest. Ferrari, I think, was 1.94. I believe we checked it out. So it is really close. Ferrari does have an incredibly fast pit stop team. They have had overall the best pit stops by far overall throughout the entire season. So there is plus 750, which would give you a plus 850 Greenybucks, which, barring some crazy hit this weekend by me, that is on the table. So you're one pit stop away. One pit stop away from absolutely crushing me. But we are virtually tied. We are 5-point Greenybuck difference. Let me get the paper out here. You have 4,272. I'm 5 points behind you at 4,267. So it is going to be literally down to the wire no matter what we do. Regardless of this, I guess I'm going to throw in an extra 200 here, so I actually have 4,467. So technically now, Cheese, I could put that on the board, and I am now ahead. And you have 3 big danglers out there. But if Max wins the championship, you get at plus 300 for you at 100. I'm at plus 300 for me at 250. So that would give me 1,000 Greenybucks versus your 400 Greenybucks. So you need a Ferrari fastest pit stop. And, a hit. But you are definitely down now by about 200 Greenybucks.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So a little bit of just when
drinking
you
that
thought.
Damn red Kool-Aid.
Just when you thought, but that was a lot of red Kool-Aid.
Drinking that goddamn red Kool-Aid.
I hope you enjoyed. If you think any of these numbers are wrong, you can go back to episode 134. And if you had some preseason bets or any thoughts on your bets for this weekend, put it down in the comments below. We'd love to talk about it. I'd love to read all about it. And we're going to be ready to roll with the final episode, the season finale, before we go into our postseason show. But the season finale is coming up this Sunday, probably right around, I don't know, what time's the race? Eastern Standard Time here.
I think like 8?
8 in the morning?
Something? I think so.
All right.
I'll double check, but I believe so.
We will see you sometime after the race. By Sunday night, we'll have that podcast up. And
8 a.m. it says.
8 a.m. Fun time. All right. We will see you. Say what you got to say, brother.
See you again in a couple days' time. As always, stay medicated, my friends.
Peace.
With Greeny and the cheese. And they know their way around the track. When you need the facts, you can trust them. They won't steer you wrong. Always right on time. They know their way around a microphone. And it's all right. 'Cause they do with Greeny and the cheese. In the paddock with